Hey guys, welcome back. Craig here from The Run Experience, and today we are checking out the Merrell Bare Access Flex. This is a zero pronation, zero drop shoe. I've been spending some time in it and I can't wait to tell you about it. All right, let's talk about fit and construction. First of all, this is a neutral shoe. It has a zero drop from the forefoot to the heel. It's a 15 millimeter stack height. It's a 7.3 ounce shoe, which means it's super light. When you put this shoe on, your first thing you're gonna notice is how light it feels. And it's pretty amazing here because this EVA foam is a little bit denser than the EVA foam in some other shoes. And it also has an outsole that is rubber. What that means is with the stiffer midsole that's EVA foam and the outsole that's rubber, this is a pretty stiff shoe, which means you can handle a lot of lateral movement. Why that's important is, when you're in the gym or you're doing anything outside of running, how well do running shoes hold up? Usually not really well. This shoe is an exception to that. But let's go back and talk a little bit about the upper. The upper was really nice and breathable, well constructed. I felt like when I was doing other movements outside of running, I didn't feel like I was gonna come through the top of the shoe. Some of the newer shoes have like a woven upper, and it gives you some nice breathability and movability of your foot in the shoe. But when it comes to doing anything like even like a push-up, it feels like your foot's coming out of the shoe. In this case, this is not the case. This shoe held up really, really well to outside activities. The fit and lacing of this, pretty normal. They have that extra eye hole for the lace lock. I did lace lock these shoes. The heel collar is pretty thin, as you can notice here. And usually when you have a thin heel collar, I want it to hug a little tighter around my ankle. And so I use this heel lock. If you want to know how to heel lock, we have other videos on how to lace your shoes, and you can check that out. That's about it for the construction of the shoe. Really, really well constructed shoe. You can't tell how much time I've actually put in this shoe based on it because it holds up really well. But really highly and high quality made shoe. What did I like and dislike about the shoe? What I liked about it was that it really holds up well to something outside of running. So with all of our programs and with all of my training, I'm always integrating mobility, I'm integrating strength, and if you tried any of our training programs or watched any of our other videos, you realize how much of a concentration that we put on this as runners. There are a lot of running shoes that do not do very well when you do anything outside of running. This shoe does amazingly well. I used it in the gym when I was lifting. I used it on my cross training days. I used it, on days where I'm alternating between mobility and strength and running. It's great. Now, it's not my first shoe to pick up if I was gonna go do a tempo run or something kind of fast, despite how light it is. The stiffness of the shoe makes you think like, it's not my first place to go for a pure running shoe. But we all need different shoes in our arsenal, and if you're using your normal training flats for all of your movements and all of your strength training, you're probably gonna find some places where it does not work that well. This is a great shoe for that sort of thing, and I really appreciate that Merrell has taken the best parts of a running shoe and almost kind of like a cross trainer and blended them in something that was really, really well constructed. The last piece I wanna add about both the construction and the feel of the shoe, Merrell has integrated its antimicrobial technology into here, where the materials are treated to not allow bacteria and stuff to build up in the shoe. I'm sure that'll wear out over time, but it's a really nice feature of the shoe, and I like it. If you smell the shoe, it smells great, even after using it for a while. Not always the case with my shoes. And finally, there's no removable footbed in here, so there's no liner. And I like that because, again, if you're doing any sort of lateral movement or you're in the gym, a lot of times that liner can swim around or start to break down. And this has a built-in liner, and so there's nothing to break down, nothing to remove there. So I really like that. I thought it was a really nice addition to the shoe. Finally, let's talk about price. This shoe retails at $90. I think that's an excellent price. As we always talk about, it's really good to have an arsenal of shoes, a quiver, so to speak, of shoes that you're using for different things. And because of that, a shoe that's $180 is harder to afford to put into that quiver. As this is not gonna be probably your main running shoe, the price point of $90 I think is great. Overall, I really enjoyed the shoe. I will continue to use this for all types of workouts past this review, and I have been picking it up on off days just for like walking around as well. So I really like this shoe. There are so many different types of zero drop shoes that you can get these days. What I really liked about it is that this works for running and for strength training. Now, if you want to pick this shoe up, check out your local running store. We're in a Runner's Mind, which is a great chain of local stores here in the Bay Area. We really love them. If you're looking at it online, we have a link down below to the Running Warehouse, which is a great specialty store online, and they have great customer service. You want to call them up, they can tell you all about this shoe and give you even more specifics on it compared to maybe the shoe that you're using now. As with all of our reviews, we really want to hear from you. What did you have an experience with this shoe? Give us your questions, your comments. If you want us to review something in particular, let us know. That's how we get ideas for these videos. And if this was helpful for you, hit the like button, let me know. We are coming out with videos each and every week, so make sure to subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in the next video.